basically been, I've been watching a whole lot of nature documentaries. Because that's the one thing that Sage likes that I like.
You can tell it's kinkajou by
look
the
at
round face.
Look at the freaking, you zoom in on that. I love that they've got be like, these are the dead giveaways for kinkajou.
They got the round face.
Round face,
They
yep,
got
check.
the coat.
Coat, check.
They got the long tail.
Long tail, check.
The kinkajou is a nocturnal, active at night mammal from Central and South America. It lives in trees, and its tail and grasping feet help it cling onto branches. The kinkajou feeds on fruit.
That's good.
And gay pinata emojis.
Okay.
But it also has an unusually long tongue, which it uses to lap nectar from flowers.
Right.
It also may eat grubs, insects, and small vertebrates.
Okay.
This mammal makes varied sounds, including squeaks, whistles, grunts, moans, and barks.
Okay.
Which it often uses to defend its territory, attract a mate, or warn off predators.
Okay.
Females only have one baby at a time, which is born in a tree nest. Dun, dun, dun. That's a kinkajou.
Know your kinkajou. No, like, I'm picturing this as a show like, and now it's time for Know Your Marsupial. That's right, know your marsupial. Oh, and I forgot to turn that shit off. Whoops. Oh, well.
There he is. We're zoomed in pretty good on him.
Yeah, know your marsupial. Here we go. Let me be sure that I got that. I really need to get better at doing that by touch. There we go.
See there, you got the round face.
Round face, check.
You got the coat.
Coat, check.
You got the long tail.
Long tail, check.
Pretty sure what you're dealing with there
Yep.
is a kinkajou.
That's survey says it's a kinkajou.
Not to be confused with Stephen Colbert in a strap-on in a sex dungeon. He is a kinky Jew.
He's not actually a Jew. That would be
he's
Jon
not
Stewart.
Jewish?
Yeah.
Stephen Colbert's not Jewish.
No, he's Catholic.
Stephen Colbert's not Jewish. Kinkajous aren't either. But guess who is? That big beaver.
Oh, God.
And all the emojis.
Oh, that's fucking terrible.
I don't know why that's not an Orthodox Jew emoji.
That's not an Orthodox Jew emoji.
What is this? This is a tragedy.
Oh, it's a Goyen.
We're gonna get a kinkajou before we
How dare we have a Goyen animal?
before we get an Orthodox Jew emoji.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that there is, actually.
A Jemoji?
Well, sure. I was going to say a Hasidic Jew emoji, but Jewmoji probably fits.
That's when it's like a dating service where it sets you up with your own, like a Jew to Jew. Jewmoji.
Jewmoji.
You can only send little pictures to each other.
Right, because why wouldn't you?
How the world has changed. Amy Simonson and Dan Studlick proceeded with their planned wedding on April 4th in Pokagon, Michigan. But the coronavirus pandemic forced them to get creative, while the original guest list of 150 people had to be pared down repeatedly as restrictions were placed on public gatherings. Studlick was determined that his bride not walk down the aisle between empty pews in the old rugged cross church. He hit upon the idea of filling the church with cardboard cutouts of family and friends and stopped by Menasha
no.
Packaging Company to help employees Ted Harris and Luke Arendash.
Okay.
Jumped at the chance.
And then...
Childhood
Studlick
tasted
was just-
like chaos. A beehive after the baseball bat, a broken Ferris wheel. At 8, I was diagnosed a disaster, an incurable catastrophe, an unrepentant shit disturber. I was the kid you did not want in your class. You know, the one who couldn't sit still, couldn't do the drill, didn't fit the bill, never would, never will, until I got the chill pill. Ritalin. Now we're fitting in, paying attention, listening better than it's been. Let's not pretend it's a solution. It's not. Just the best we got because the system shot. Having attention deficit hyperactivity disorder is like living inside a violently disobedient clock. Seconds slowing into forever. Then jumping into overdrive. Warp 8, warp 9, warp 10. Mr. Scott, I need more. Aye, Captain, but I'm afraid she'll blow. Having ADHD is like being an exclamation mark in a world of commas. It's telling the cop, go f yourself, because the dial on my rage diminisher is malfunctioning. It's tuning out my wife who's sitting right in front of me, because the fly on the ceiling is walking backwards, and I forgot to call my mom, who was a terrible cook, but I didn't care. I ate so fast, food barely touched my taste buds. I don't know why they call them buds anyway. It's not like they become flowers, or friends, or beer. I remember the first time I took Ritalin. My mental merry-go-round began to slow down, and everyone suddenly started speaking human. But by then, I found my own ways to cope. I went to 5 different high schools, failed every class except gym, drama, and dope smoking. Math was like studying advanced theoretical Klingon, like bungee jumping off the back of a pickup truck. I still don't speak numbers. My adolescent mind was a paper plane in the palm of a hurricane. And ultimately, the only thing school ever taught me was that I wasn't good enough to make the grade. I know my attention fluctuates, but when love calls my name, I focus like the Hubble. I can see God's fingerprints on every flower petal. I remember the cut, color, and texture of that dress you wore the day we met, the saline sweetness of your sweat, and every switchback curve in your beautiful smile. You say living with me is like having a Swedish death metal band in the basement and a drunk kangaroo in the bedroom. But although I can't sit still for more than 3 minutes, I still see forever in your eyes. And though sometimes I don't pay attention, I know exactly how much this love is worth. The world disdains the distracted mind. They prefer us focused on our flat screens, too terrified to imagine a world without drones, war zones, or corporate prisons. But my mind is full of visions so breathtakingly beautiful. My God,
I wish you could see them too.
I may never be
Normal.
But what is normal in a world of infinite variety? And in the quiet backwaters of my mind, I know I am not damaged. Just different. And isn't being different the one thing we all have in common?
Welcome, motherfuckers, to another edition of ADHD Radio. My name is Video Vamp. Joining me in the studio, as always, is Chicken. I like making a motherfucking fingers.
I'm Kevin.
He's Kevin. He's a Kevin, and he's okay. He Kevin's all night, and he Kevin's all day.
And stuff.
And stuff.
Hey, can you turn down my headphone just a scotch?
Sure, I can do that.
Just a little scotchy. Just a little loud.
That...
Check.
Oh, that would be up.
Check. Better.
Okay, good. Just wanted to be sure. That
That's much better.
That everything sounds a little bit.
It was a little abrasive.
Little abrasive
At the beginning. It was a
little too loud. I've been working
there.
I've been working on the gain staging for this show, which is super complicated because it has to go out 2 different places. It has to go out both to audio and to video, right? So that the loudness is different in 2 different places, if that makes any sense. So yes. Okay, sorry for the late start. We're gonna do the world's shortest show today, but this kind of shit happens. In this case, because I was completely exhausted and actually fell asleep and didn't wake up until Kevin got here. So yeah, that's no good. But anyway,
Texas Lieutenant Governor pushes for reopening of the state.
In a completely impressive level of stupid.
GOP Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick doubled down on the earlier controversial comments that he made about reopening his state, stating late Monday that there are more important things than living.
What?
Speaking during an interview with Tucker Carlson on Fox News, it's hard for me to say that word.
Oh, did you just throw up a little bit?
Fox News.
Yeah.
Hard
Yeah.
for me. And Tucker
Oh, you got a little pukey there. Yeah, it happens.
Let me just. Oh, okay.
Gotta chew back the
The
vomit.
lieutenant governor
There you
said
go.
on the Fox crap that he was vindicated after receiving a backlash of his March comments, where he stated that lots of grandparents would rather gamble with their lives with the coronavirus than see an unstable economy for future generations.
I don't know about that.
I'm sorry that I was right on this, and I'm thankful that now we are finally beginning to open up Texas and other states because it's been long overdue.
Right.
What I said when I was with you that night, there are more important things than living, and that's saving the country for my children and my grandchildren, and saving this country for all of us. I don't want to die. Nobody wants to die, but man, we've got to take down some risks and get back the game and get this country back up and running.
Yeah. That's fucking awful. All right.
Every life is valuable, but our country believes that we should not have been locked down.
This happened sooner than I thought it would. How long ago was it, Kevin, when I said somebody at some point is going to say this is bullshit?
How do people think that they're locked down, though? Like, what can you not do that, does he wants to go to the gun shop and...
Apparently the gun show is, not allowed. And this really upsets him.
What's so damn important? I mean, I wanted to go to a rave, and they stopped that shit. I finally got me them X and them roofies that I can Mickey them chicks with.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. They told us, Tucker, to follow science. Well, what science? At the end of January, Dr. Tony Fauci, who I do have great respect for,
Uh-huh.
said this wasn't a big issue. 3 weeks later, we're all gonna lose 2 million people, and a few weeks later, it was 100,000 to 200,000. Now it's 60,000.
At what point is it okay for people to just die? Oh, wait a minute. I called this, was it 4 weeks ago? I'm like, at some point, somebody's going to say, this is bullshit. People are going to start cheating. And then it's probably going to get pretty bad.
20,000 positive tests in Texas with another 500 fatalities.
Okay, here's the easiest way to tell if you are getting a disease under control. If you're getting a lot of negative tests, that means you're doing so many tests, right? That the tests are coming up zero, right? Like, that's a really easy way to tell whether or not you're getting enough testing.
Dr. Fauci says if you're going to jump the gun and go to a situation where you have a big spike, you're going to set yourself back.
Uh-huh.
That's what he says. Fucking it up, man.
Right. We don't even have enough tests to know if we have this under control.
Don't fuck it up, man.
Me?
No, Texas.
Oh, they're totally going to fuck it up. Florida, too.
Which is great because we're next to Texas.
Right.
Thanks, neighbors.
Oh, come on.
Thanks, Dan Patrick.
They've been, Texas has been fucking with New Mexico as long as New Mexico has been a state.
Goddamn Texas.
Like, that's just how it is.
So they're all going to get themselves sick, and then they're going to come over here.
Right.
Get us all sick. We're going to be like, God damn it. Stupid Texas. So what are we going to have to do if they do that shit? Are we going to have to, like, close the state borders?
That would be hilarious.
Fuck you, Texas.
It would also be its
If
whole...
you can prove that you have been in Texas, well, then you need to go on quarantine for the next 21 days.
That would be a whole new level of pain, though. I mean, the whole thing would be really complicated.
And all these people think they're on quarantine, but they're not on quarantine, quote unquote. People have stay-at-home orders is what it is. It's not quarantine.
That's right.
Unless you have brushed up with the disease
Have you had to explain yourself to a law officer?
If people have brushed up with the disease and then they have to go home and stay there for 14 days, it's different than stay-at-home orders.
well, healthy people are not being quarantined.
Right.
They're being asked to not become sick people.
But I see all the time people were like, I'm in quarantine after I went to work. I'm like, no, then you weren't on quarantine, were you?
Right. Right. You're sick. That's sick people get quarantined. People who are exposed get quarantined. It's a misuse of the word. It's just that stay-at-home order doesn't really roll off the tongue.
Olive Vernazzi, 93, of Seminole, Pennsylvania, wasn't shy about letting loved ones know what she needed during the lockdown.
Oh, no.
I need more beer.
Oh, yeah, I heard about this.
Read a sign that she held up along with the can of Coors Light. A relative posted Vernazzi's photo to social media, KDKA reported, and her predicament went viral. I have a beer every night. I was on my last 12 cans. And you know what? Beer has vitamins in it.
I kind of love this
story. It's
story.
good for you.
In fact, I straight up love this story.
Only don't overdo it, she says. On April 13th, she got her wish. Molson Coors delivered her 10 cases of her favorite brew, the Coors Light.
I really like this story.
Her new sign says, got more beer.
Yeah.
There she is.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that nice old lady.
12 cases of beer.
That is, I hope, more beer than she drinks in a year.
She said she has one a night.
Well, okay. How many beers are in a case? 24 or 12?
It says these are 15 pints.
Okay.
Per pack.
Okay.
But it said they sent her 150 beers, so there's 10 of these packs of 15.
So that's 300 beers if she has one a night.
No, it's 150 beers.
I thought she had 20 cases.
No, 10 cases here.
Oh, 10 cases. Okay.
10 cases of these 15 pints.
That's pretty great.
So as long as she keeps to her one beer.
She's got like 6 months worth of beer.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
Oh, yeah.
Good for her. I'm sorry, but any story that involves like a darling old lady, especially a darling old lady that just happens to, of all the beer in all the world, Coors Light is like where it's at for her.
I hold up a sign all the time that says I need more weed, and like Snoop Dogg hasn't sent me shit.
Sorry, Kevin. It's a modern tragedy.
I need Snoop weed and Snoop weed products and accessories.
Do you?
I sure do during this lockdown.
During this time of crisis,
when I'm on quarantine.
When you're on fake quarantine.
I want to get my hair done. God damn it.
Yeah. Let's punch in on Kevin getting his hair done. Yeah.
People want to do things, man. They want to like go, to the bar and go to the titty bar and get their hair done and things like that. Maca.
I mean, I feel like it's a little bit different. I think people do get value from work. At the end of the day, of course, rich people, politicians, people who want the economy to succeed in general, do have an ulterior motive here. You think? At the end of the day, there is an ulterior motive here, but in general, I feel like the angst that people are feeling, aside from the angst of just wanting to be social, wanting to at least have the opportunity to be able to do things again.
Remember way back last week when I was saying somebody's going to name their kid coronavirus?
Oh no, did it happen?
A baby born April 6th in Shibpur, Bhopal, India, will carry a special name with him throughout his life, Lockdown.
Lockdown?
Manju Mail, his mother, confirmed to the hospital staff, yes, his name is Lockdown, as he was born during the lockdown period.
That is very unfortunate.
Her husband, Raghunatha, told the Times of India, it's a significant name. The whole world using lockdown as a means of to stem the pandemic.
Right.
We should not take lockdown lightly. No, you shouldn't.
Nope. Lockdown needs to be taken seriously.
Similarly, in Chhattisgarh, India, another couple blessed their twins
Uh-huh.
born March 27th with timely names Corona and COVID.
Well, that's really unfortunate.
Preeti Verma, 27, told the press Trust of India her children's name symbolized triumph over hardships. Indeed, the virus is dangerous and life-threatening, but its outbreak made people focus on sanitation, hygiene, and inculcate other good habits. Yeah, that's right. Get some better habits. Coronavirus.
That's words escape me.
COVID verma. I mean, Corona's one thing, but COVID.
I mean, that's just unfortunate. That oh, poor kids. You do realize these kids will be named that for the rest of their lives, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. In fact,
Corona and COVID would not be friends with their friend Lockdown via Skype.
that's just horrible.
Oh, poor COVID is crying again.
I mean, should we even cover this one?
What if I'm got coronavirus? That would be even more awful, wouldn't it? You have to be like the latest victim was baby COVID and baby Corona.
Right, baby COVID, baby Corona.
Baby Lockdown's just fine, but he did attend the funeral.
He did attend the baby funeral.
So we are putting him on baby quarantine.
Right,
for the next 14 days.
Otherwise known as the way a baby usually is anyway.
Baby quarantine.
Yeah, that's, it's just, the whole thing just hurts.
Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputies responded to a home in Saugus, California on April 7th after a dispute over toilet paper turned violent.
Okay.
A 26-year-old man was arrested and charged with the battery of his mother, told deputies he had punched her. Sheriff's Department spokesman Shirley Miller said the man had accused his mother of hiding toilet paper, which she admitted to deputies, saying her son was using too much toilet paper.
Of course I punched him. He used too much toilet paper.
This is the first arrest I've heard of over an argument over toilet paper, says the sheriff.
Here's the sad part. It won't be the last.
Darnell, he used too much.
Here's one.
Yes, I hid the toilet paper. Yes, I put my feet on Eddie Murphy's couch.
Of course I did. It was
I did.
It was his goddamn couch, Darkness. Conspiracy theorists burn down 5G towers claiming link to coronavirus. Okay, here's my favorite. My favorite is that
them 5G towers and it's them goddamn snowflake Democrats. They want everybody to be safe.
Well,
Who
no.
wants to be safe?
Kevin, you got to understand, this is in Europe. That's the magic of this story.
Yeah.
This one is completely and totally in Europe. And
I've heard about this. Yes.
Oh my God, and it fucks me up. So CCTV footage from a Dutch business park shows a man in a black cap pouring the contents of a white container at the base of a cellular radio tower. Flames burst out as the man jogs back to his Toyota to flee into the evening. It's a scene that's been repeated dozens of times in recent weeks in Europe, where conspiracy theories linking new 5G mobile networks and the coronavirus pandemic are fueling arson attacks on towers. Okay. This is the perfect correlation and causation thing. You know that 5G is a signal frequency that we've used for years and years and years.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then the very first one was the same place as the virus is completely incorrect. There were several that were rolled out all at the same time. It's a selective truth. So what about all the other cities? Oh, wait a minute. That doesn't follow with my narrative. Next, they're going to be like the Germans invented 5G so they could use bats to spread chemtrails to distract from the lizard pedophilia ring in the monarchy. However, the Chinese caught the bats, used them to send telepathic viruses to humans to control the population. Prince Charles wrote to ask the House of Lords to say that he had coronavirus because Charles himself flew both planes into the World Trade Center because his dog got autism from his kid William's MMR vaccination. And since Jimmy Savile cured cancer but kept it secret, he kept it secret because Paul McCartney died in 1969 and John Lennon faked his own death to become Tupac. Okay,
and Jimmy Hoffa's buried under Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, I totally feel better now. Device it to say, correlation does not equal causation, people.
And Richard Gere likes to put hamsters in his ass.
That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my whole life. And I've been doing this show for a good, how long, Kevin? Like 15 years? Something like that. It's been a lot of years. And this is incredible. But the other part is we can't shit on people in the United States for this one. This is a fully stupid thing that is Europe only at this point.
7 coronavirus cases tied to the Wisconsin election.
Okay.
That's nice. It's going to be more than that.
Yeah, what do you got?
Dang Wisconsin.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, the people that
voted anyway.
The people that had to vote anyway?
Yeah.
Well, of course, it was really tough. I mean, I've got to hand it to them, though. They really... The people that chose to vote under these circumstances, fucking gangster, if you ask me. Go, you're searching.
See if I can find a picture of this.
Trying to find what?
I got a story I'm going to read here.
Kevin's got a story. Not like we usually do show prep, but yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This one was entirely my fault. What? I'm totally missing what you're putting down there.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, is that a coronavirus sculpture? Oh, it's too small. Oh, there you go. What's it say?
It's a car.
What?
It's a car that looks like the coronavirus.
Wait, that has 4 wheels under it?
Yes. 6 wheels, actually.
6 wheels. Wow.
Let's see. Okay. Civic-minded car designer Kanya Boyina Sudakar.
Okay.
Of the Sudakars Museum in Bahadurpura.
In place you
India,
can't pronounce, yes.
Bahadurpura has built one seat vehicle in the shape of coronavirus so that awareness can spread on social distancing.
Wow, you sounded like drunk Homer there.
Yeah, I had to burp.
Yeah.
He told the Times of India on April 8th, the 6th-wheeled Corona car can go about 25 miles an hour and took Sudakar 10 days to build.
Okay.
I have always made cars to give back to society in my own way. It is important to tell the people to stay home and stay safe, and the coronavirus car is meant to convey the message. Watch out, because the coronavirus is out there. I will take pictures of these.
I will photograph it.
Oh gosh, the corona car came back today.
Here's one that you will definitely enjoy, Kevin.
You should put the coronavirus next to the Wienermobile.
Minneapolis man gets attacked with a Chipotle burrito bowl. A driver's trip to Minneapolis on a warm Saturday took a turn for the worse as a passing motorist chucked a Chipotle burrito bowl through his open window.
Whoa.
It was a windy day.
That was a windy day.
Blake Ritland was driving down Hennepin Avenue in a bowl with all the fixins, including sour cream, came flying through the window and onto his dashboard. He shared the result of the drive-by on Twitter, with his tweet having since been shared more than 11,000 times. You can tell the American public are fucking bored, even in Minnesota. It was a beautiful day. I think it was a windy day, but the quote says a beautiful day. I'm driving down the street with the windows open, minding my own business, which means in Minnesota it was at least 32 below. Next thing I know, Chipotle is all over. He wrote on Twitter. Wow. That's fucking priceless. While driving in the Twin Cities can have its share of frustrations at times, Ritland says that, to his knowledge, the attack was completely unprovoked. While there is an element of mystery to the story, Ritland told City Pages that he plans to tell his side on... that he plans to tell his side on his co-hosted podcast, Penny for My... That is a terrible sentence. Penny for My Thoughts. Wow. There it is, the offending party. The Chipotle Bowl.
There's a better picture of the Corona car.
You got a better one?
Uh-huh.
There it is. Oh, yeah. That's definitely better. There we go.
I made this car so people know it's out there, okay?
Okay,
man.
That's a really elaborate car.
You go outside, you walk around, you know, hey, the virus is there. It's bigger than you think.
Right, apparently.
It's there. It looks like these, like a golf ball. I just take one that was a golf ball before and put a few more T's on it.
Oh, boy.
It goes 20 miles an hour, the six-wheel Corona car.
Well, apparently stupid never stops with normal people, because get a load of this one, Kevin.
Corona car.
All right, look at this. Look at this priceless headline. Doctor says coronavirus could be spreading through farts. Coronavirus could be spreading through farts. A doctor is warning. Okay, look at the fucking stock art they picked here. Oh my God.
Flat ass white lady.
Mom jeans covering butthole. Like,
because that's what you do when you fart. You're like, oh.
You're like, pardon my butthole.
Excuse me.
One doctor has claimed the coronavirus could spread through farts.
Hey, cover your butthole.
Oh, there it is.
There, Jim.
They're crediting Getty Images. Wow.
Cover your butthole.
They say the chances of COVID through 19 as farting is tiny. Well, yeah, you fucking think? Like, that's not even a real thing unless you're sticking your hand up your butthole and your butthole is somehow, I don't know, juicefully spreading the disease. I don't know. Australian doctor. Oh, there it is. Australian doctor is like Florida man. It's the equivalent of Florida man. He cited tests that reveal the virus was present in the feces of 55% of patients with COVID. Okay. Yeah, this is mostly junk science. I do like going to Europe for like numbers because they tend to be slightly more fair than our numbers.
It's just in Chris Cuomo thinks that he got it from somebody farting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Apparently,
I was there. Okay, I was there and I smelled the fart and then I got the COVID. Is it a coincidence? I don't think so.
Survey says coincidence.
If you're close enough to somebody to smell their farts,
yes,
you might get corona.
I mean, that's the other thing. If you can smell a fart, I don't know
if you'll get it from the fart itself.
Well, if you can smell a fart like from 6 feet away,
that's a pretty gnarly fart.
Well, and you're not in an enclosed area. Like, that's really what it comes down to.
Maybe when you fart on COVID, it goes farther.
No, it doesn't work that way.
No.
Not possible.
You think COVID people have the same farts?
You think COVID automatically creates...
COVID fart.
Right. It creates these magic, like, perfect farts.
I don't got the farts, bro. Hey.
Right. Like, that doesn't...
I don't stink, eh?
That doesn't make any sense.
Stink again, bro.
That doesn't make any sense.
Say I stink again, man.
I'll fuck you up.
What are you looking at?
That just... I don't think so.
I'll fart when I want to fart, eh?
Unless like one thing from the disease. I mean, COVID causes shortness of breath, right? So the idea that all that breath that you can't breathe is going to somehow come out of your butthole doesn't fully make sense to me. The whole thing kind of hurts. I mean, and I'd say of all the stuff that I've seen coming out, the most heartbreaking is like the simple stuff like this. The stuff that like, okay, let me see if I can show it to you. Idaho farm gave away potatoes for free so they wouldn't go to waste because they're just in a pile, right?
Right.
That's horrible. This is just money that's just evaporating, like it's just gone.
Mm-hmm.
This really hurts. Oh boy, as well as Idaho. Look at this Idaho newscaster.
I'm sure you can't give them all away.
Well, no,
But it happens all the time.
Did you see that? Well, I mean,
With potatoes. We grow so many potatoes.
there are a lot of things that have happened this week that just completely fucked me up. P.S. How is he in a studio? What the fuck, Iowa guy?
God damn it.
Unless, no, there is no fucking way. Look at all those potatoes. That is a veritable mountain in Oakley, Idaho. Poor guy.
Potatoes.
Oh, he's in his office. I guess that's maybe the farmer? I don't know. Oh, boy. Free potatoes. We started dumping potatoes today. Oh, man. This just hurts my heart.
People got a whole bunch of taters.
Yeah, you're damn right they do. Oh, that's just
I
unfortunate.
wonder how many people came and got potatoes and, like, I mean, they probably couldn't take enough. Look, they had buckets.
Well, yeah, look at the sacks. Love it. Hey, wait a minute. They weren't social distancing.
Did you say look at the sacks?
Yes, they had potato sacks. There were sacks of potatoes. Not that kind of sack, Kevin.
I spend every night stitching hacky sacks.
Oh, look, the kid's playing on it. Clearly his COVID farts are infecting the whole thing. Oh, man, look at all those potatoes. Look at all of them. They're just right there. I mean, there's a better thing here. Like, did you hear, for example, that that petroleum prices went negative yesterday?
That makes the Corona car even more economical.
I mean, that's...
If the gas is free.
Well, that's...
Why don't they pay me to...
Oh, Kevin, you
fill
don't...
my tank
Okay,
then?
you clearly don't understand this. Okay.
It doesn't...
The
not
price
for me.
the price of crude is not directly tied to the price of oil. The price of crude is actually a price that is calculated like a future product.
Uh-huh.
Nobody uses crude oil for anything. So if the price of a barrel of crude today is the price that we think a barrel of refined petroleum will be in like 3 to 6 months.
Okay.
So the reason that it went negative is our use case went to like near zero, right? It got cut in half. And the problem is our whole pipeline is not designed for like a violent change in demand. We can adapt, we can we can change production, but that whole change, that whole process requires a good 3 to 6 months of adaptation, which is why you'll see stuff like, what's it called? The oil conglomerate. I am completely
OPEC.
blanking. Thank you. OPEC adjusts, output for, they will increase or decrease in order to keep oil constant, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the price of a barrel of oil going negative or inverting is because it's like the assembly line has slowed down. And because the assembly line slowed down so much, you actually have to pay to store the oil.
Right.
Because the assembly line has slowed to a crawl, and instead of being like this really set line, it now is instead at the assembly line has stopped. So you need to pay for storage if nothing is making, any progress along the assembly line. Does that make more sense?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Yeah. So therein lies the insane. Let's see what you got. Kevin's loading things. So, yeah, it was a really interesting, like, it actually kind of messed up the stock market because apparently their calculators weren't ever designed for a negative oil price. So all sorts of indexes got really, really confused yesterday. And I think it ended at, like, what, 32 below or something? It was pretty impressive. What do you got?
Dow Jones futures rose modestly late Tuesday, along with S&P 500 futures and Nasdaq futures, as the Senate okayed a new coronavirus bill.
Oh, good.
Netflix reported earnings after the close, along with Snap, Chipotle, Texas Instruments, and Teradyne.
Yeah.
The coronavirus stock market rally suffered bigger losses Wednesday, with the Nasdaq and growth stocks leading the declines. Microsoft, Nvidia, and Fortinet undercut buy points.
Mm-hmm.
Apple stock and Tesla stock retreated as well. Apple and Tesla are big ticket consumer discretionary companies that could be at risk of prolonged exposure to coronavirus.
Fuck you, ads.
Corona
Fuck you,
boner.
ads. I love how they start, like, the new ads are actually designed for exactly the right amount of time to make you completely and totally crazy. You're like, oh, well, that's great. God damn it.
The now expired May contract for crude oil futures settled at $10 a barrel after plunging to negative $37.63 on Monday. However, the June crude oil contract tumbled 47% to $11.57 a barrel as traders worry about domestic shortage during the summer. Dun, dun, dun.
That's a shame.
But at least it's back in the red, right?
Well, you mean in the black?
Yeah.
I guess so. I mean, I didn't really look at the oil price today. So here's the other reason that the whole thing kind of went off of a cliff. The thing with futures contracts is futures contracts, which directly set the price of oil, have these expiration dates, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, in order to qualify for the futures, all producers had to secure contracts with petroleum distillation plants with the rest of the pipeline, meaning the guys that get the oil out of the earth had to secure their contracts by, I think it may be midnight yesterday or midnight today. So there was this mad rush where there were more people getting oil out of the ground than people who had secured contracts. And if you don't secure a contract, you can't secure future. You can't secure a profit, because the profit doesn't come from getting the oil out of the ground. It doesn't work that way. So yeah, that is the long and the short of it. Anyway, you were saying? Oh, your shit's not even loading. What is wrong with that? It's just sitting there.
Yeah, it does that.
No, man. Let's see what else we got. I mean,
Did you see the Corona car? It's out there.
I could always go back to...
This is to remind you that the Corona is out there, okay? Okay, man?
Oh, I'm kind of digging Iowa TV here. Iowa TV explaining to us the coronavirus basics. I love this. Growing Idaho. Look at that right up there. I don't even know what to say about that. How are they in a studio? They are not 6 feet apart.
Sort of, almost 6 feet apart.
Right, but like, come on. That dude, do you see the guy's hand over there?
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely not 6 feet apart. I do not know about that. That is like mildly upsetting to me. Wow. Suffice it to say, social distancing, very possibly not a thing in Idaho. Wow. What you got, Kevin?
Yeah, okay, so yeah, oil's back up, but it's not.
I mean, I haven't checked the price
At least
today.
It's not negative.
I know that I made a fair bit of money by shorting the market, and like I did it 2 days ago, which meant it actually made quite a bit of money. I mean, percentage-wise, I didn't have a ton of money in it, but it was like a 30% gain or something, which was pretty cool. So whatever I put in, I managed to get 30% more out, which was pretty good.
Nice.
Oh, Tesla's falling. That's a shame. Yeah, it looks like I got out right at the right time. Nope. I looks like I sold a little early. Holy fuck stick. So the way that you invest in this kind of okay, we might as well do a the more you know moment. The way you invest in this kind of a thing is you actually set up a how can I show this to you? Only way I can show it to you is directly, so let's see, that's not it. Let's see. Where is my fucking input? Do not know where that input is going. All right, so the way that you do it is you'll set up you buy stock in an index fund that is essentially the inverse of it is a stock whose price is determined by the inverse of the market. So, for example, SCO is ProShares Ultra Short Bloomberg Crude Oil Index. That doubled today. It went up 50% today. That is fucking bonkers. It is also an incredibly bad shit story. Oh, Dune! Dune's watching us, Kevin.
It's the Queen's birthday.
Is it?
Happy birthday, 94-year-old Queen.
Happy birthday, the Queen. Let's see, do you have that up? Yeah, you do. There you go. Queen Elizabeth's birthday. Hopefully she's not going to wear the same dress, because that would be unfortunate. Boy, this Iowa... Oh, boy. What do we have going here? Just mute it. I mean, I don't want to put this on the stream.
Oh, it's footage of the
well, no,
Queen
you can use the footage. I'm not going to broadcast the audio because I'm sick of this. Here's my favorite. Facebook has actually tried to peg me for bars and tone. So for those of you that don't know what bars and tone are, it's that, okay? Like bars and tone is like the most, it's what all, here, I'll do it again. It's what all hardware does before a broadcast. So, you know, if CBS puts something up, it always starts with bars and tone because that's how you set the channel. If they forget to leave it in there, they will automatically get, the way that Facebook works, they will automatically get credit as if that's their copyright.
When the Queen was a kid. This is cute.
Oh, what a sweet little Queenie kid. There, I'll put that up. Oh, it's over. Oh, well, we tried. Look at the little Queen kid. Oh, what a sweet little Queen kid. Very nice.
94 years old.
94 years young. My grandma lived to 90. Was it 94 or 96? I don't remember. But yes, yep, to her credit, the Queen is a fucking beast. Did you hear that, the Queen? Oh my God, it really is like looking at the Sound of Music. It is fucking freaky. Wow. Anyway.
That's the baby Queen, everybody.
That's right. The baby Queen, everybody. Yay! Okay, so that'll do it for ADHD Radio.
If Baby Queen doesn't cheer you up, we don't have much else that will.
If Baby Queen doesn't cheer you up, Baby Yoda doesn't cheer you up, you are uncheerable. You can't be cheered up in any way, shape, or form. Like, no way about it. Is that safe to say, Kevin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that'll do it, I guess. Are we done? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I guess so.
That'll do it for ADHD Radio. Again, mea culpa. I started late because I was just too exhausted. I've been doing these production meetings that are super early in the morning, and it has just been kicking my ass all kinds of sideways.
J-Lo and A-Rod trying to buy the Mets.
I love that you're like, yep, we're done. Here's another story for us to be done with. All right, yeah, you want to do one more? Fuck it, let's do one more. What do you got, motherfucker?
J-Lo and Alex Rodriguez are trying to buy the Mets.
Okay.
It's pretty fun.
The New York Mets.
Uh-huh.
Why don't like the labor unions buy, like, wouldn't it be great if, like, the local plumbers union like owned a third of the Mets? I think that would be incredibly badass. What do you think? Or am I just full of it?
Tiger King just destroyed the ratings, apparently.
Why does everyone love that?
I don't know. I have not seen this.
Can you explain? Okay, I watched the first 2 episodes and I'm like, this is fucking stupid.
Gay dude who likes tigers or something, and then the tiger eats somebody's husband.
None of it matters. It's just
that's all I know about it.
It's all so stupid. Like, I started it and it just fucking kills me. Like, I really don't get it.
Streaming wars kick up to the next level with Peacock and soon HBO Max.
Uh-huh.
On Battlefield, a surging Netflix Tuesday made it apparent who is still in no small part thanks to Tiger King and the return of Money Heist.
Oh boy.
The company said the Sword Saga is now in prison Joe Exotic.
Uh-huh.
Big Cat was watched by more than 64 million households.
Great.
Within its first week. Wow.
That is pretty impressive. You got to hand it to him.
Yeah.
I'm thoroughly impressed. Okay. All right, that'll do it. Fine. Fuck it. We're done. That'll do it for ADHD Radio. I promise I will not be late next week because I was late this week. I'm
Netflix
a bad boy. Are you seriously going to play?
183 million subscribers.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's fucking insane.
100 million?
Yeah, globally.
Yeah.
That subscribe to the Netflix.
That is actually a very small part of them overall, if you think about it.
Right.
Anyway. All right, so that'll do it for ADHD Radio. Until next week, I guess we are out of here. Be sure to spay and neuter each other.
Maybe I'll watch Tiger King as like homework.
If you feel that,
and then I can talk about it next
if you
week.
feel that to be sufficient for homework, then go for it. I mean, there's like almost no chance that I'm going to watch it. So yeah, I don't know. Whatever does it for you, man. Until next week.
I made the Corona card so people know that it's out there. So people know that the virus is, they need to stay home.
Yes.
Did you see the car? If you saw the car, that means you need to be at home.
That's right.
Don't go look at the car. No. Look at the car from the safety of your own windows.
Right. Correct.
Look at the car on the internet, okay?
All right. We're out of here, motherfuckers. Later.